Hey everyone, it's Spencer Hawes here with NichePursuits.com, and today I'm going to show you how much money my Amazon affiliate site has made. It's one that I've talked about a lot in the past. It's OwnTheYard.com. So I'm going to walk through the monthly income report that I just published here for the earnings for March of 2020 for that particular niche site. Now, I'm going to obviously reveal everything. I'm showing the income stats. I'm going to show the traffic stats. I'm showing you the site itself so you can go and check it out. The main reason that I do this is because I believe that there's a lot of value for you as the watcher and listener to go and look at an example site. So if you're trying to build up a niche site, this is one you can go check out. You can see the exact strategies that I've done, and now you're going to know exactly how much money it's making. So I recently just published this income report. So my main blog is nichepursuits.com, but I've been doing this public case study on this site that I built from scratch. I started the site about 18 months ago, owntheyard.com, and I've showed every step of the process along the way. And so now I'm going to share with you exactly how much the site has made. So the total earnings for March of 2020 was $3,195.31. And if you take a look at this graph here, you can see that the income has grown pretty significantly over the last several months. It started to take off last year in the summer. This is a somewhat seasonal niche. OwnTheYard.com covers a lot of backyard gear, backyard games, and other activities. And so when it's spring and summer, search traffic for those particular terms really start to take off. And so that started to happen in summer last year. And then over the fall and winter, there was a little bit of a lull. And then it had a big month. As you can see, this spike here, it had a big month. That was December. And so I actually don't look at this as a bad thing that there was a dip in earnings back down to, $1,200 or $1,300. But that it actually was a climb from September, October, November, and then January and February were actually higher. There was just this nice jump in December because of Christmas. But now that spring is actually here, $3,195 in earnings is excellent. So where did the earnings come from? Well, the main driver of revenue is Amazon earnings. So if you take a look at this screenshot, you can see that $1,741.72 came from the Amazon Associates program. And I'm going to dive into the site here and show you exactly how that works. So that's where that came from. And then also there are display ads on the site. And so in total, and I use Ezoic to power the display ads. These are like Google AdSense ads. And that came at $1,453.62. So if you look at that graph, you can see that. So let me take a break here and just show you how the site itself is monetized. So here is OwnTheYard.com. And if I come in, let's just click on my trampoline article, right? So a lot of my articles are affiliate keyword type articles, so trampolines. So if somebody types in best trampolines into Google, I hope that they find my article and come on over to my site and read this. So you can see that there's two ways that this article is monetized. One is the display ads. A lot of these are powered by the Google Ad Network, but Ezoic is the engine that optimizes and places those really. So it's Ezoic ads. That's how I make the money, right? So you can see as I scroll down, there's lots of display ads on the side. So I make money whether or not anybody clicks on these. These are truly just display ads. Now, the other ways that I make money, and I make more money, is if they click on my affiliate links. So at the top of each of my articles, I have a comparison table. So this is Table Labs. It, again, is my tool in case you were unaware. If somebody clicks on this to buy the Zupapa trampoline, that's my affiliate link right there, Own the Yard Tables, right? That's telling me, so I can track who's clicking on my tables and buying. So if anybody buys within 24 hours of clicking, I make money. Then I also have these Product boxes, let me find one that shows a little bit better. Here we go. This product boxes is powered by AAWP. I also use Amalinks Pro to power some of these product boxes and buttons. And then you can see on some of my articles, I have additional buttons that you can click and go over. So I just wanted to show you how the site itself works. But let's dive in to the actual income report a little bit more. So now that you know that it's made almost $3,200, there's a couple of interesting things to talk about. One is the COVID concern. So we are in a pandemic with the coronavirus, COVID-19. In early March, I actually thought that the traffic to my site was declining, and it was declining across all my sites. More and more people, I believe, were searching for coronavirus-related things, and were not searching for, trampolines or croquet sets or other things. So for the first couple of weeks of March, the traffic actually across all my affiliate sites was down 10 to 20% or more. However, I believe, and again, this is just conjecture, that as more people were forced to stay indoors, they were quarantined, there's been a stay-at-home thing now for a few weeks, more people are searching online for things other than coronavirus. They've kind of accepted the fate that we're in after the first couple of weeks, which again, it's unfortunate, but it's fortunate for my particular site in that there's more people searching now. They're at home, and I believe that the traffic, in addition to the seasonality, is beginning to increase even more. Again, I don't know exactly across the board if traffic is higher. This has never happened before. The one thing that I will say is that the EPMV on Ezoic is actually declining, and that's this chart here. So advertisers are a little bit more worried about coronavirus and other things that are happening right now, and so they're not paying as much for ads, and because of that, display ads on a per visitor basis is lower. Their earnings on a per visitor basis, and so you can see this. I was up in the 21 to 25 range earlier in the month, and now that has dropped to the 14 to, it's hard to say here, but 17. So actually I'm earning less on display ads than I was before, and that is because of the uncertainty in the marketplace. Advertisers aren't willing to pay quite as much. So my earnings actually would have been higher with Ezoic had this all not been going on. But it's hard to counterbalance that because I don't know if my traffic actually is higher because of that. So let's dive into traffic. So here is a screenshot of March. You can see it's grown tremendously since the beginning of the month. Like I said, there was kind of a lull there for the first couple of weeks, and then the second half of the month, things really started to uptick. I believe that the majority of that is because of the seasonality. Spring is here, the end of March, people are wanting to go outdoors, they're wanting to play games in their backyard or do gardening or look for those yard tools. And that's a lot of the articles that my website is producing. Now, if I am to look at just I believe this is the organic traffic. Let's see here. Oh, sorry, this is the life of the website. You can see what's happened. It's just kind of cool to look at and to know what to expect. The first 6 months are really slow. It kind of peaked up in the summer, had the winter months, and now it's definitely shooting up quite a bit. And then overall organic traffic, this is the really exciting thing. You can see that it's truly the organic traffic. Traffic from Google is what is driving the growth of this website. Just look at that hockey stick. That's about as good as it gets right there. Pinterest traffic is also important, and it is growing, but it's significantly less, right? So I had about 10,000 visitors from Pinterest in March, whereas I had 60,000 visitors. So over about six times the number of visitors is coming from organic traffic. So I'll keep working on that. 73% of the traffic is coming from organic sources overall. All right, so what are the content strategies that have really worked for my website? There's been a couple of things that have worked really, really well. All right, now one of those things is certainly focusing on those long tail keywords that I've talked about. So a lot of affiliate keywords. I've also done a lot of informational articles, but the sheer volume of the content that I've started to produce is what I want to talk about. So the approach I've really taken with owntheyard.com is to produce a ton of articles targeting long tail keywords. And then I hope that they rank in Google without any links is really the main idea. And so if you look at this chart, you can see how many articles I've added to the site. You can see that for a while I was doing 10, 20. For the most part, that was for the first year. I was doing, somewhere in the range of 10 to 20 articles per month. I really ramped that up because I wanted to see the site take off. And so I started doing 50 to 60 a month over the last 4 to 5 months. You can see overall I produced 498 articles. That's a lot of content. And I know that. I know it's a lot. But I also know that we're now finally hitting the springtime and the summertime where these articles are really going to pay off big time. And honestly, even a site with 500 articles, it sounds like a lot, and it is, but I know there's other sites that are much larger. I know website owners that have 10,000, 20,000, or 30,000 articles on their site. And so I'm thinking really big with Own the Yard. It's not going to just be a $3,000 or $5,000 a month earner, I hope. I want it to be significantly larger than that. So a couple of the strategies that I've used, I'll just have you look up my question-based keywords video I created specifically for YouTube. I've done a lot of question-based keywords like, can I shoot a possum in my backyard? Can I have an alpaca in my backyard? Can you eat squirrel from your backyard? And those are shorter articles, so I'm not spending as much money. Those are often 1,000 words, 1,200 words, maybe 1,500 words. And so that's been a huge majority of the articles. When I say I've done 50 articles in a month, they've been the shorter variety there. And I'm often ranking #1 in Google and getting great traffic and making money from that Ezoic earnings. So watch that question-based keywords video. The other one is internal linking. I produced a video where I shared all the internal linking strategies that I followed. Basically, I'm trying to find those orphaned posts, those posts that don't have any internal links pointing to them, and then building those internal links. And I've been using Link Whisper. Link Whisper is my tool for internal linking. It makes it much faster, much easier to find those orphan posts and to build those internal links. I've seen significant increases in rankings by doing that. Now, you may be thinking, okay, great, you've made $3,000, but how much money have you spent? And so I'm going to share that with you. Here's the profit and loss statement. I'm an open book here. Here's the graphic here. I'll let you go through all the numbers. The majority of the money I'm spending is on writers. I've spent about $38,000 on content over the last 18, 19 months. And so I'm actually in the hole about $3,600, not $36,000, which again, I know it sounds like a lot, but I am taking the long-term view here. I truly believe that this site is going to make much, much more than $3,000 or $4,000 a month in the very near future. And so I'm going to quickly make up all those expenses. I really do believe that. And so, is it worth it to do all that? I've now got a site making $3,200 a month. If I were to sell that site, owntheyard.com, I could probably get anywhere, I think 33 to 36 times the monthly earnings. And so that's a little bit over $100,000 that I could now sell the site for. So if I can sell a site for $100,000 and so far my net loss is $36,000, that if I were to sell that, that would give me a profit of about $63,000. And so I actually am sitting on a valuable asset, even though the numbers show that, hey, I've spent all this money. So I personally just, I believe it's very much worth it, but I know, again, it's a long game. It's going to take a long time. The other big thing is I want to talk about the positive trends. So here is a Google Trends screenshot for the topic backyards. You can see the peaks and the valleys. The springtime and the summertime, it peaks up in about June. And so in March, I'm just barely climbing up out of this valley. And so my traffic should increase significantly, even if I don't write any new articles or gain any new Google rankings, because more and more people are going to be searching in April, May, June, July. So I can't predict, but if I were to bet, my earnings are going to be significantly higher than $3,200 come May, June, and July. For two reasons. One, the trend, and the other one is all that content that I put out 2, 3, 4 months ago is just barely getting found right now in Google. So I've got a couple hundred articles that are just now going to start making an impact. So, I can't predict exactly how much the site's going to grow, but I think I'm in a really good spot. Overall, how big can this site get? $5,000 to $10,000 a month, I really do believe is just scratching the surface. Will it get to $10,000, $20,000, or $50,000 a month? I don't know. I hope so. I believe they can absolutely get there. I think that $3,000 a month is just scratching the surface. I do plan on investing and reinvesting over the next 2 to 3 years because I believe there's a lot of runway. I can cover so many more topics besides yard games. I haven't even really scratched the surface with backyard design here, or gardening, animals, backyard gear, so much more. Swimming pools, barbecues, backyard furniture, more tools. I'm really just scratching the surface with this niche website. So overall, there you have it. That's the income report for owntheyard.com. That shows you exactly what a site looks like. That's an Amazon affiliate site that's making over $3,000 a month. You can check out the site and look at it. I believe I'm in a really good spot. It's growing. It's trending properly. But please do watch the other videos on question-based keywords, the internal linking video, and just check out Own the Yard and see what I'm doing. Please don't copy my keywords, but it would take you a lot to copy everything because I publish 500 articles. So that's the nice thing. I don't have just one article that's earning me all the money. So I hope you found some value in this video. Hopefully you found it motivating and inspirational and gives you some ideas of how you can grow your own website. But overall, if you've enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the bell notification so you'll get notified when I publish something new. But overall, thanks again for watching. And if you want more, go to nichepursuits.com.